House truckers Mackay and Sons are in the middle of a delicate operation. Turning one chunk of house into two. Foreman Shane Burgess is in charge of making the three-bedroom home transportable.
It's all nearly ready to go. We just got to cut it in half. So, yeah, all the roof's down, everything out from under it.
Boss Robbie will be driving one of the house pieces.
Two decent-sized sections, both 9 metres wide. It's difficult because of the size. It'll definitely be blocking the whole highway.
Add darkness to the mix.
In Brisbane City, we can only leave at midnight. Most of our shifts are done 12:05 a.m.
And Robbie's got a mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's going to be tight, it's going to be fun, but hopefully we don't lose too much time.
But this grand farewell doesn't get far.
We just got a nail through the sidewall of the tyre. Just a little bit of timber. It was in the mud, so we didn't see it. So yeah, changed tyre.
Adding insult to injury, the truck's jack is missing.
Someone's taken the jack out of the truck, so we just got to grab another jack. Not a good start at all. We'll get this out of the street. It's only a real slow leak, so we'll change up the road. We'll keep going.
Robbie up front and Shane at the back need to get some miles behind them. But this street isn't made for speed.
Got these trees and shit.
With the house 5 metres high, avoiding the trees is impossible. It's more a case of damage control. Out of the woods.
Always knew it was going to be tight coming out of there.
But from here, the obstacles just get harder. Now it's not timber, but steel and concrete to dodge.
Just want to make sure that back's clear in that handrail as well on the driver's side. Just pulling out onto the highway now. Jump in. Back's no high.
At over 9 metres wide, the house chews up 3 lanes.
Yeah, so the Centenary Highway, it's only 2 lanes. So yeah, we're taking up the whole road. Most of the way we'll be over the handrail, both shoulders, both lanes. Yeah, so it gets tight.
Ahead, a bottleneck in the road.
How much?
Yeah, he's pretty much running on that fence.
Robbie scrapes through. But behind, Shane is in trouble. Trapped between a block and a hard place. The house movers are brought to a sudden stop.
Lift up this door a little bit!
A sign has snapped a water pipe off the house. And the high fence has snagged the building. The only way off is up with the trailer's hydraulics. Finally, Shane's clear. But now on Robbie's truck, more mayhem.
That's top.
A tarpaulin protecting the house has come loose.
Yeah, I can just hear it hitting shit. Yeah, so we're just gonna get down to these 4 lanes here. We'll pull over and fix this tarp up.
It's yet another delay on a time-critical leg.
Yeah, I'll just untie it. You want to pull it up and drop it onto that back veranda.
Robbie has just 3 hours to get past the town of Toowoomba. 100 kilometres ahead, or he'll miss an oversized curfew. And he still has a leaking tyre to fix.
Yeah, tyre's going down, so it's only a small hole, so we'll keep moving. The faster you go, the slower it'll go down. So, cool. All right, let's get out of here. Jump in, wee-wee.
And now,
I think we just blew a tyre. We'll have to pull up. It's little delays like this that you don't really count on, which eats up the time. We're just changing that front tyre. Grab that jacket and throw it under that truck. Hopefully we don't lose too much time. Yeah, big. Yep, coming out.
with a fresh tyre safely on, Robbie can start making up time. But he's about to tackle the biggest obstacle of the trip.
It's a steep range. It goes up to Toowoomba.
It's a grinding 6-kilometre climb. Some sections are a 1 in 10 gradient. And it's a notorious traffic black spot.
So we're just at the bottom of the range. We're just letting the traffic pass us so they're not stuck behind us going all the way up. So we'll be going slow up there. And is that all of it, Dino?
Little one just come through now.
Let the fun begin. This is it. Just start to climb it now. It's not going to be a quick trip. This is pretty much our speed. Needs a big pull for the truck. 20 k's the whole way up. Can't really go much faster. It's a massive load.
The climb's starting to bite. Robbie's fighting to keep the 20-ton load on the move.
You know, you miss a gear or something, you're pretty much stopping and crawling up the range in first. It's hard on the trucks. You don't want to be stop-starting on the hill. Just about at the top, mate. It's about the most we put them through, that's for sure. The next town is Toowoomba. Yeah, it's a big town and it's pretty tight through there.
With a population of more than 100,000, Toowoomba's big, and there's no bypass. Robbie has no choice but to head straight through the guts of the city.
There's a set of traffic lights there. We've got to get them laid down and we'll just go up over the top. Hey, wait, make sure the steels clear them. Yeah. Otherwise, we'd just run into them.
He may have got the green light, but there are hazards in all directions.
Power lines right. Hey, wait, we got heaps of them wires and shit, eh? Live power going through them. You don't want to clip a power line, they're easy to tear down. That power line's right. Between cars, power poles, power lines and trees. It's pretty tight.
It's too much to keep track of for one set of eyes.
And this is a perfect example. why you have spotters.
Luckily, there's an escape route up ahead.
We got to do a detour. It's like a back street, basically. There's a no parking in this street because it's a wide load route. So there shouldn't be any cars here. There are.
What should be an empty road looks like a car park.
It's getting daylight real quick, so we definitely need to hurry up and sort this out. Lift the whole thing, don't lean it so much. You just touch a car, it'll cause significant damage.
Robbie's down to a crawl. And with a curfew to beat, he's nearly out of time.
It gets down to centimetres.
With such tiny margins for error, Robbie's $500,000 hydraulic trailer is working overtime.
Lift my side up a touch.
Extending to a maximum height of 2 metres, Robbie can tilt and lift his load
My side up.
out of harm's way.
You're just crawling through and it's tight and you don't want to make a mistake. Bring it down. Everything has to be watched and we still got to keep moving.
They've beaten the cars
That's the last bit of running you got to do, wee-wee.
and the curfew.
Looks a bit puffed. It's just coming on to daylight. Pretty much every shift we do goes at midnight, so you know, you get used to driving all night and watching the sun come up. We're through all the towns, we're probably about 100 k's out of Condamine.
With daybreak, another hazard becomes clear.
See a lot more. There's a lot of water sitting around, which looks like they've had heaps of rain. We've got kilometres to go through paddocks. When it gets wet, you just go out of sight. So hopefully, the closer we get to Condamine, the more it dries out. But yeah, it's not looking real good.
But first things first. Before braving the mud of the farm, Robbie needs to work out where it is.
Where's the block from here, Bill? I can't f***ing remember.
Have a look.
Before I get to town, eh?
Up in here.
Yeah. Oh, slow down, Shane. This is it here. I just drove past it, so pull up.
No U-turns here. Finally, they've arrived. All that's left is to position the house on its new plot, located deep inside a wet paddock.
Track shit. We're going right, so you got to steer this out, keep it level.
Robbie tries to warn the rear truck about the treacherous conditions ahead.
It's pretty soft, Shane, when you come round that bend.
And drives straight into trouble himself.
Just pulled us, so it just bogs down instantly.
Robbie needs help. And his client, farmer David Keys, is coming to the rescue.
A bit of soft sand, I think. And last Thursday we had about 75 mil when the cyclone came down. When she gets wet, she just gets really boggy.
The tractor's dual 42-inch wheels have a massive surface area, stopping David from getting bogged too.
Right, that's not a bad tractor.
But getting Robbie out will test the machine's engine power.
315 horsepower this one. Hopefully it'll get it out.
It's a David versus Goliath tug of war.
Whatever you do, don't stop. Keep it up.
At last, they've made it to the plot where the house will stand.
So they're going to put it out here. They've got a little family going, so yeah, no, look good out there.
In Brisbane, foreman Shane Burgess and his crew have another house to move.
And them rods, make sure there's none of them sticking up. We'll be paying for a $600 tyre.
In a hurry.
Get them over here.
With yet another tight deadline looming, they have to have the Suburban home ready for the road before sundown. It's a tough load. A $70,000 house that mustn't be damaged.
Back around.
It sits on a cramped sloping site. Next, Shane breaks out the chainsaw.
We're ready to cut her in half.
To move a house this size, it would normally be cut straight down the middle.
A bit more to cut and time to get it apart, so.
But this one has expensive ornate ceilings that he has to cut around.
Because if you went straight ahead, you'd cut all the plaster ceilings and wreck all them, like it's all nice plaster ceilings. The best way is just to step it so you miss all that.
It makes separating the two halves more difficult.
Well, make sure it's all cut, mate, otherwise it's like it won't move.
Things are starting to move, but there are signs of trouble. It should be coming apart easily, but something won't give.
Done hard, mate,
They're using as much force as they dare. Use too much, and it could be a big mistake.
Done hard, mate, Yeah, all them boards are popped. They're all loose. There we go. Yeah, they're popped. Yeah, she's apart. One nail up the front there. Wasn't cut through the weatherboards. One little nail. That's all it takes.
The team have 7 hours to cart two halves of a 20-ton house, each more than 8 metres wide, 250 kilometres to a cattle farm west of Brisbane.
The worst part of tonight's journey is obviously coming out of the CBD here. Watch them, they don't get stuck on that back route.
These roads were made for cars, not houses. The $70,000 home needs to arrive in one piece. Any serious damage, Robbie pays for.
Are you right in your cars today?
Robbie has spotters making sure the roof doesn't snag the low-hanging phone lines.
Watch them wires.
What was that?
On the passenger side, mate, up the house.
The roof has jagged on phone lines.
Watch them wires, wait.
Bring them down, and Robbie will have to pay.
Back or forward? Is that steering straight, Corey?
This could be the biggest phone bill of Robbie's life.
Right, that Corey?
Should be right.
The walking pace start and constant stops are wrecking Robbie's schedule.
Just lift the front up.
Yep.
He has only 5 hours until his permit runs out, and he's barely left town. Adding to his nightmare, now the rain's coming down. At this pace, he won't make it to the farm he's delivering to.
We straight on it.
Yeah, we keep following Cavendish down the creek.
His police escort will pull him over, leaving his expensive convoy parked on the side of the road.
Yeah, well, my permits run out at 6 a.m. We were pushing to get there by 6 a.m. but we're already an hour behind, so now we're looking at 7 or 8. This took longer than I hoped. I thought it'd only take us like an hour and a half.
He's sweating on no more delays. Then this.
Robbie, just gonna stop.
A support strut on the house has snapped.
Yeah, I'll just get, before we turn on to Old Cleveland, we'll just pull up.
It's yet another unscheduled stop. The team have to make an emergency repair. In the rain, in the middle of the road.
The veranda, because the way we've cut it, there's no posts under this corner, so we've had to brace it so it doesn't move. We just put an extra bracing on it. Some of the bracing got broken when we're going through them trees and up over ditches and that, just as it flexes. So we just put a bit more on it, and then should be right for the rest of the way. And it's basically 2:30, and we've just got onto the gateway.
They're running 3 hours behind schedule. And now this. Roadworks with a 40km/h limit.
I was hoping because it was raining that they wouldn't be here, but no one's working, but they're all here.
The house on the back is more than 8 metres wide.
How much am I clearing that rail by?
About 2 inches, mate. That's the front one.
Robbie needs the whole road, not just a lane. Time to organise his own roadworks.
I think that's really overpass, narrows, low barriers.
There's my tarp, look, Shano.
Probably flapping up about 3 foot.
The tarps that we use to keep the water out. Line's flapping, so we just got to re-secure it.
The loose tarp needs to be strapped down quickly. The house has taken a battering.
The tarp's just blowing up at the back, so we're just going to screw some timber, pull the tarp tight, tie it off, and then we'll screw some timber along the back of the tarp to stop it flapping. I'm just worried it's going to flap up and hit some power lines. So
This journey is turning into a nightmare. The house has to arrive on time and intact. At the moment, it looks like neither is going to happen.
time's 6:20. We just had to stop, fix the tarps again. The permit runs out at 7. And we're definitely not going to make it by 7. So hopefully the coppers will let us keep going.
Luckily for Robbie, they do. The convoy is close enough to the farm not to be causing any traffic worries. Soon they're on the bush track leading to the farm.
Welcome to the Outback, eh?
Good country for kangaroos, not for big trucks with 20 tons of house on the back. These trucks were made for the highway, not a skinny bush track. It's a squeeze below and above. And then there's the mud. With one hill to go, it comes to a sloppy standstill.
Drop that trailer, put the push pull in.
Anxious times for new owners Richard and Monica.
We've gone through the creek, we're coming out the other side, just because of the rain. It's just so slippery.
The spinning wheels are making the road worse. The only way out will be a tow.
Yeah, if you've got a tractor here, we'll hook it on.
It's not a huge tractor, but if Richard can provide enough pull, Robbie can use the truck's trailer hydraulics to push the load forward up the steep grade, through the slush.
Truck more wheels! Look, the chain up, pull forward, drop that blade. Now I just need you to literally hold us and I'll pull us with the push pull. Do another one for safekeeping, mate. Don't stand near that chain.
Push and pull. It's a long shot, but it's the only one they've got.
Put your truck brake on, which sucks your trailer forward.
And then we do the opposite, chock your trailer up, put the trailer brakes on, chock it up, push the truck forward. Do that over about 100 times, we'll be up the top.
So close, I can feel it go.
After a mighty struggle, they're out and moving. They've made it. Well, almost. Half a house is no use to anyone, and the road is now cut up.
Destroyed the road, so the next one is gonna be even worse.
They'll have to try and do it all again.
Same as before.
And after an 8-hour slog, a city house is ready for life as a farmhouse.
There was a few moments where I thought, you know, this sucks, but I mean, you know you're always going to get there in the end.
In Coorparoo, Brisbane, Robbie Mackay and his house-moving team are battling to haul a home through narrow suburban streets.
Wise right. You're good. You want me riding that car? You're good on the cars, keep going.
Under their oversized load permit, they can only transport the house after midnight to avoid traffic and have to be off the road by sunrise.
I'm going to need all these cars on the driver's hand side gone. Yeah, more unwanted delays, and then we've got the rain coming in and not good conditions.
The move is under strict road transport size limitations,
How do ya?
forcing the crew to saw the house into 3 pieces, each loaded onto its own trailer.
There, this way. Hold it.
With the biggest piece measuring a traffic blocking 6 metres wide by 5.2 metres high. The permits for hauling the house from Queensland to New South Wales start at midnight. Bossman Robbie arrives early to take charge of the convoy.
It's only 11 o'clock Saturday night. People are still out, people are driving around, cars parked, people having a few drinks and can't move them. We try not to do Saturday night shifts for that reason, but unfortunately the only time we're allowed to move in New South for this particular load, because we're going so far down the highway, is Sunday morning.
If the move fails, it could be another 3 weeks before Robbie and the crew can try again. A costly delay in extra wages and fees.
And then we've got the dramas. When we get to the border, we've got to swap police. Always the drama making sure that them police show up, otherwise we're stuck sitting on the border waiting for them. When I go around this corner, watch me trailer and make sure I don't hit this centre island.
Tight corners and low power lines are making for a slow and dangerous journey.
It's a bathroom on the back, so physically it sticks out, obviously, which is annoying, but it's also heavy. It's a real pain to drive because you can't see the back section because it's so far back. You can't see how wide that's sticking out.
The jump's going up. Watch out. Steady. Go up on this side. Up on this side.
With a state-of-the-art remote unit, Robbie raises the trailer for more ground clearance.
That's high enough, go. The iron, Bretto.
Going over the second one. Still going up. Front level.
Run.
Yeah, good, nice one, mate.
Just as the power lines and corner are cleared,
Yeah, fit through here, Brett, or what?
the oversized convoy is confronted with parked vehicles, blocking both sides of the street.
Dylan, run up to that QPS and tell him we need to move them cars.
At 1 a.m. on a Saturday night, the owners could be anywhere.
You own these cars by any chance? You don't know who does? The police are just gonna run the regos of these cars. We've got to get half a dozen moved to fit through.
One by one, the sleepy residents move their vehicles.
Sorry to wake you up, mate. It's good that he's home, but delays like this make us late to the border, which pushes us back on our permit time, which is a drama. So. All right, we'll get moving, eh? We're brushing into trees because of the other cars that we can't get moved. If the cars are gone, we'd have heaps of room, you know, we'd have 2.5 metres, but they're not, so we've got like 100 mil. Oh, we got rid of another one.
Just as Robbie makes it to the highway, a tyre blowout.
Yeah, flat tyre, that damage trail. I'm gonna fix before we get going.
With less than an hour to get off the streets, the flat tyre could bring the entire mission to a halt.
I'm doing great on time, I'll give you that tip. Get out of the way, Bredo. Hey.
The trailer wheels should take minutes to change.
Tight, all right.
But a stubborn wheel nut is refusing to budge.
Put it on and turn it.
Robbie deploys a torque multiplier to increase the turning power.
Yeah.
With the precision of a Formula One pit team, Robbie's crew get the race to the border back on the road.
It's like 1:30 and we've got to be at the border by 2. Otherwise the New South Wales police could leave, like they might not wait around. I can't go on the road without a police escort, so if they leave, I can't move into New South. So we definitely can't afford any more delays.
Travelling at speeds of up to 100 kilometres per hour, a tarpaulin protecting the house from the weather has torn free.
Is it just flapping?
Nah, it's ripped. It's ripped from the corner, man.
I might find someone to pull up. I'll have to pull this tarp off. Grab the impacty, rip that tarp off.
The tarp has become a serious danger. If it blows off and hits traffic, it could cause mayhem.
Yeah, we're on the Pacific motorway, which is, it's one of the largest and busiest motorways. Cut it close here. Can't do what are you doing? Right? So now that the tarps are off, obviously rain's an issue. We pick up a bit of speed as long as it doesn't rain.
Robbie's in a hurry to make the border, where New South Wales police are waiting to take over escort duties from their Queensland colleagues.
Go, Dean. Go, Dean.
Robbie doesn't want to stop, but he can't pass Dean's escort vehicle.
Dean.
Sometimes the call of nature is more important than the call of Robbie.
Come on, Dean, hurry up, let's go. Right, so we're not over the border yet, but Queensland police are about to drop off. And New South Wales coppers are going to keep us going. We're running late, so we're 40 minutes behind schedule.
As the house convoy cross the border into New South Wales,
we're just coming up to Ocean Shores, it's just starting to rain.
the storm is threatening to turn this house move into a very expensive mission.
It doesn't take much to wreck a house, you know. If it keeps up, we're going to have to pull up and tarp up again, which is like, that's going to take a fair delay. And we're already really pushed for time, so it's something we definitely don't want to do.
Robbie's oversized load permit runs out in 3 hours. He can't afford the time to cover the house in a tarpaulin. If the plasterboard interior walls get damaged, Robbie will foot the bill. Dawn breaks, and thankfully, the storm has passed.
Just coming on sunrise. It's good that it's Sunday morning, not a lot of people out. Still doing pretty well as long as we get off the highway soon.
After 280 kilometres, the convoy arrives in Talumi. They're on the home run.
Kangaroo, mate.
To greet their freshly transported home
I'm Robbie, this is Shane.
are the happy owners, Peter and Vicky Grant. The rain damage has torn some plasterboard from the interior, but on jobs like this, it's an expected casualty.
When we do these big trips, generally plaster doesn't travel that well. Like under our contract, we got to fix it. But tiles and everything in the bathroom are really good, and same as the kitchen, so they're the important bits. The owner's happy, I'm happy.
32-year-old Robbie Mackay is getting set for one of the most ambitious moves of his young career. Carting a massive house, hundreds of kilometres across the state border into New South Wales.
It's definitely the furthest we've gone in New South Wales, which is a nightmare all on its own. If we have dramas up here, I know who to call, I know who to talk to. New South Wales, completely different.
If that wasn't hard enough, the house Robbie and his team need to move is a fragile, century-old Queenslander. So grand, it has its own name. And so big, it needs to move in 4 pieces.
We got 4 trucks, 4 trailers, then we've got pilot vehicles, police, following vehicles, and then equipment vehicles. Like, with so many vehicles, it's always going to be a drama.
With each section over 28 metres long and between 4 and 6 metres wide, hazards lie around every corner.
Low bridges, skinny bridges, traffic, and it's a house that ain't meant to be travelling, so they don't really like it.
This move is stretching Robbie's 19-man crew so far, he's been forced to bring in outside help.
We've got Billy Chaplin, who's another house mover, good family friend, who his livelihood is his truck and trailer as well.
Only problem, Billy's trailer isn't giving enough support to the fragile timber home, forcing Robbie's offsider Shane to lay in extra supporting beams.
Well, the house is set a lot better now, so...
But there's a price to pay.
It makes it higher, which is a drama.
The high load has Robbie worried about a low bridge ahead.
So she's 5'1", and we're 5 metres 50.
Billy will have just 5 centimetres to spare.
Just straddle the cat's eyes in the middle and just try and keep the wheels either side of the camber. Hit it dead centre and just go slow.
For Robbie, taking the 50-year-old family business deep into a new state is a bold gamble.
Play the cards you're dealt. Whatever happens, happens. Do the best you can, you know. All right, we'll start running them out. We'll just turn right at the lights, mate, and then we go up over the top of the highway and back on.
Robbie's main concern now is to get to the border before daybreak. In Queensland, he's only permitted to travel at night.
Once the sun comes up, they've got the authority to pull you over.
But in New South Wales, he can only move during the day.
We're not allowed in New South Wales until daylight.
The plan is to get to New South Wales right on dawn, giving them a full day to conquer a tough 570-kilometre stretch to Boomerang Beach.
The sun's up, we're nearly at the border, which is good.
A quick stop to change police escorts.
There you go, mate. I'm Robbie.
Robbie, how you going?
Good, mate.
And Robbie can push ahead into the next state.
In your truck, let's do it. In your cars, let's go.
With a strict daylight curfew now in play, Robbie's watching the clock.
And it all takes time, you know, but we'll get there. It's only early, so she'll be right.
Also feeling the pinch, driver Billy with the highest load.
All good, you think, Robbie?
Yeah, you're not Bill Boogie.
The rest of the bridges are all good built. There's just one, that drawbridge thing, that's 5'1".
Righto, mate.
At just 5.1 metres high, the next bridge has been on Robbie's mind for weeks.
The bridge at Wardell is pretty much the part of the whole trip I'm dreading. It's a drawbridge, so it's skinny and it's low.
With just 50 millimetres above him and little room on the sides, getting Billy's load across will be like threading the eye of a needle.
All right, so we're coming up to the bridge now, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, pretty close, eh?
Shane's cruising through. He's 150 mil lower than Bill.
Next, it's Billy's turn with the highest load.
Nice and steady, Bill. Keep it rolling, mate. You don't have a lot.
He has only 5 centimetres to spare. The slightest bump in the road could turn this fragile 100-year-old house into a pile of firewood.
Explosives on the passenger side, mate. Are you alright? Just keep moving.
You're on the passenger side and the driver's side, Bill. You're out from underneath it, mate.
Nice and steady, wins the race. That was the one that we were worried about.
But there's still plenty more worries to come.
We've pretty much got an hour of single lane, like oncoming traffic coming at us. So this is, you've got to keep your wits about you.
With the widest section of house 6 metres across, it chews up nearly 2 lanes. Frustrating drivers trying to get past.
So we're in traffic at the moment, so it's a pain in the arse. One bloke will go for it and try and get round you, and then another bloke will follow him, so it gets a bit dangerous.
Robbie pulls over to let the traffic jam pass.
We got to get going, mate.
Get ready to go. All sections of the house are just starting to move up now. First one.
It's one more delay he can't afford.
Got to keep the convoy rolling. By the time you slow down, stop, and then take back up, it just eats through the time, you know, and we're pushed for time as it is. We run out of time, we run into heaps of problems. Another headache I don't need.
Robbie now has just 3 hours to cover 200 kilometres.
Did you hear that?
Sound like a tyre, eh?
I think we just blew a tyre. We'll have to pull up.
This needs to be a fast pit stop.
Yeah. Yeah, travelling during the day, they get pretty hot pretty quick. They just tear open. Is the air still through to the trail?
But there's a problem.
It doesn't have enough air supply, so usually the air one just rattles them on, rattles them off, but not this time.
With a sunset driving curfew fast approaching, he needs to get his convoy back on the road or risk getting stranded for weeks.
Let's go. If we run out of hours, there's no guarantee they'll give us permits the next day. You know, we could be sitting up on the side of the road for a good 10 working days. 2 weeks on the side of the road is something I don't want to be doing.
Robbie and his team are heading off the inland highway and towards the popular coastal strip.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's a hot day, so there'll be lots of people out.
For the final leg into Boomerang Beach, the roads get busier.
Look at it, would ya?
And narrower.
This is the block just here, so we'll just back them off the road. 5:30 on the dot.
Yes, right on.
Robbie, it's a moment to cherish on the biggest job of his career.
You get good satisfaction out at the end of the day. You can see what you've achieved, and yeah, we've come all the way from Brisbane down here and there. Obviously, you see the joy in their face when they see it all come together. So, yeah, it's good. This is a difficult, tricky sort of job, even for us.
Make sure that side's not on jacks.
It's basically a house of cards.
Robbie has to move an entire house to a new site in the country, but the vintage home is already threatening to collapse.
The centre section of the house, it's super, super flimsy. Also, there's no real stability in the front and back wall to stop it like folding.
The potential for catastrophe is high.
Like a simple touch of the brakes could ruin it all.
The reputation of this third-generation family house-moving business now rests entirely on Robbie. Getting things wrong will be disastrous for both him and the company.
If you look at where it joins that other house deck, it's already rocking just from jacking one side up.
Under the deal, he's guaranteed the Brown family their house will be delivered in perfect condition.
If the house in any way gets damaged, we've got to fix it. If I wreck one section of this house or all the sections of the house, I have to rebuild this house. You're looking at over 200 grand, so it's a lot of risk.
The fragile house has been cut into three, but trees, power lines and a parked car threaten to stop the move before it's even started.
The houses will be going out at midnight. Hopefully tonight it'll be gone.
It's almost 12 a.m. and Robbie and his team are keen to get a move on.
Before 6, we have to be completely through Toowoomba.
Their permit allows them to shift their giant load on the stroke of midnight, but it's looking highly unlikely, with their passage still blocked by the parked car.
This car's still here from today. It's right out the front of the houses, so it's going to be a massive pain, but one car can stop everything, you know. I wish we could just drag it out of the way, but it don't work like that.
And a small tree is causing big problems.
You put them both together, they're both making my life difficult.
It calls for some out-of-the-box thinking.
So we're going to pull this first section out, pull the second section out, and then hook the other truck on a jackknife and drag it sideways, which isn't good on the tyres. Fingers crossed that'll be enough. Right, Shano! Then wheel's going to drag into the ground because it just wants to pull the wheels off. They'll like twist around as it comes across. You're right, mate, keep coming around. Hook it hard this way. You're right, Shano.
A small victory.
Saved the tree, missed the car, so good start.
Robbie's cleared the way, but the police must clear the house for transport. And the giant load is pushing the limits of legal width and height.
If we're even 50 mil higher, it won't go anywhere.
Thumbs up from the cops, and the crew warm their engines for the 200-kilometre haul.
It's basically going to take us 3 hours to get out of Brisbane and then another 3 hours to get to Toowoomba.
If Robbie and the team don't make it past Toowoomba by sunrise, police will pull the permit and the house will be stranded.
If we get grounded, it costs us tens of thousands of dollars just to sit there. Come on, let's go.
The convoy creeps cautiously forward.
It'll just be a slow crawl down to the main drag.
20 minutes late, they finally hit the road and the garbage bins.
Yeah, drag them out of the way, slow.
Moving a house through built-up city suburbs with road signs, parked cars and overhead power lines is a serious risk.
Because of the power lines, we only got like an inch on that. Come on, Si, let's go.
In near-pitch darkness, Robbie relies on his spotter to avoid potential dangers.
Right, mate, keep an eye on this line. It's the height, that's the drama. Si watches all the wires. With me mirrors, you can only see so much. A bad call by him is basically a bad call by me too. If he says I've got heaps,
I got 2 foot on this side.
And then I go, and then I don't, and hit it.
Robbie's moving at a snail pace. His chance of making curfew is fast slipping away. But with giant loads on busy roads, cutting corners isn't an option.
Get a car on the left-hand side, Mark.
If he gets it wrong, smashing into parked cars is a real possibility.
I want to hug your side, Si.
Yeah, but
How much you got your side, mate? Okay, yeah.
put this side down, mate.
A near miss with a parked car has Robbie on edge.
We can't go faster because of the lines and the trees.
It's a battle between safety and speed.
Pull that sign outside.
House moving isn't for the faint-hearted, and Robbie's heavy load extends way beyond his cargo. After taking over the business from his father, there's a weighty family legacy for Robbie to carry, but he thrives on the pressure.
Well, it's all I've ever done. Just another day in paradise.
He knows he'll be hit hard financially if they don't make their curfew.
Hey, Robbie, you're right inside the barrier.
You got to be out of Toowoomba, so the other side of Toowoomba by 6 o'clock, or they hold you there to the next day.
Robbie can't afford to be pulled off the road for 24 hours. He'll use every trick in the book to avoid delays, including a precision axle control, raising the entire house over the top of frustrating obstacles.
Little low yard roll.
You alright?
Just got to block them down here.
6 inches. No good.
I'll lift it up, Si. Hey, Si, are you high enough to go over that wall?
Yeah, mate.
You going to go over?
Over.
Half the house is hanging over the barrier.
The risky manoeuvre is working, but the up and down jolts and side-to-side shocks threaten to topple his fragile house of cards.
And obviously, the further we travel, the looser everything sort of gets. Like, they're not designed, obviously, to travel, but they're not designed to be cut up into pieces. Wise, right? There's a bit of strap sticking up, Si. I was going to pull up straight now, I just got a bit of strap sticking up.
A metal strap binding his precarious load has shaken loose.
You don't want it hitting power lines, it's made out of metal.
The rogue metal strap spells high voltage danger for Robbie's team. He's not prepared to risk their lives. It's a devastating delay. Robbie watches anxiously as his spotter cautiously climbs the metal roof. The house load is maxed out at the legal height limit of 5.2 metres.
Well, it sticks up, so it's another foot higher.
The street is blocked. Motorists are getting impatient, but finally the strapping is secured, with the crew and the power lines still in one piece.
Rain. That's all we need. Now it's starting to rain. This is going to be a nightmare.
The pressure piles on. A heavy downpour could be a disaster. Even if Robbie gets the house safely to the site, there's no guarantee it won't be a mud bath.
Obviously got my fingers crossed. We'll lose days pulling in through that paddock if it rains. So we'll literally be stuck in mud.
Robbie still faces the biggest challenge of the 200-kilometre heavy haul, the long, steep incline of the Toowoomba Range.
We got to take it steady just because the house is so rickety.
It's a slow, grueling mountain climb, renowned for spectacular failures.
A lot of trucks blow up going up this range. Yeah, it's definitely not made for 3 parts of a house to be towed up. Yeah, it'll be a test for the building and the truck.
Robbie needs a clear, steady run to the top of the range.
It gets a little bit steeper up here, so hopefully we can keep the momentum and keep going.
Slowing down is trouble. Stopping is a catastrophe. Each gear change is a hair trigger.
As we're coming up the range, the house is already like on an angle backwards. Every gear change has the potential to jerk it past that point where it could go over. The crucial thing with the range is your gear changes. To make it as smooth as you can, we need to stay in the 20s.
Make sure traffic, you've got 4 oversized on the climb up here, fellas. Just bear with us, please. Be patient.
There's another oversize in front of us.
Robbie's speedometer is falling. He needs plenty of space to smoothly drop the gears.
Move up, guys. Don't make me lose momentum.
He risks stalling and the fragile house collapsing on the trailer.
The structural stability of it is like really weak, like it just wants to fold.
Got a bike coming at you.
His police escort suddenly pulls in front
Keep going, Hoppy, don't stop, keep going.
and slows, leaving Robbie with no room to move. Luckily, the rider, the house and Robbie's reputation remain undamaged.
Made it. So we've driven through the night, the sun's just coming up.
The convoy must make it through Toowoomba by the stroke of 6 a.m. or they'll be forced into a costly 24-hour delay.
We've got to do a bypass halfway in the middle of Toowoomba. It's the width that stops us being able to go straight through town. Got cars both sides. Right side.
With minutes to go till curfew, they're forced into yet another battle with parked cars.
Jump on side. Keep an eye on them wires.
Go 2 foot away from that car. Yeah, go, man.
They win the race against the clock. Now they're racing the weather.
The sky doesn't look very good. It's all overcast. Yeah, when we get there, we got to go through their paddock. Hopefully we can beat it, get in.
After a grueling 7-hour slog, the crew makes it to the finish line.
We've come off the road and it's nice and dry. The house has held up brilliantly, which is a credit to the boys, like with all the prep work they've put into the extra bracing.
Robbie is finally breathing easy.
It's actually travelled a lot better than I thought, so it was a good shift.
It will only take a few days for Robbie and his team to restore the classic home to its former glory.
When we finish, it'll be just how they'd seen it when they bought it. As far as like moving houses goes, this is this is the most delicate house you could move, so it's good to save them, you know, from demolition. All's well that ends well, you know, turns out good.